So there is Star Wars Land for this morning, this Saturday morning, you guys. It looks mostly the same. There are those, we can see some improvements, some upgrades, some, what do you call it? Progress?
Progress.
Progress.
Yeah, progress.
It's a great big beautiful tomorrow, you guys. A great big beautiful cement wall. They've done it. They filled in the fort and they made a wall. Now, some have suggested, Ian, that wall, we were looking at the concept art, you can see that wall. You think it's that wall that's, you know what I mean, like the one that kind of faces...
You mean the one that had like an archway in it?
I don't remember now. You know what? I'll put the graphic, the concept art here, and then I'll put a little arrow next to the wall that I think it is. How about that?
Okay, I know. Just know an area where there was Area 3.
Area 3.
You could see like a shuttle and like an archway. I think that would be slightly past it.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's what I think. That is some kind of that is a perimeter. That is at least a perimeter of the area of the land. Now they've also done about half this wall. Looks like you can see those. You can see some of the I-beams going up. I think those are I-beams that went up there. And then also, if you pull back a little bit in the forward part of their frame, you can see a whole bunch of rebar sticking up
for some more wall
out of the ground. But there's no wall. How come they didn't put a fort where that rebar is?
They might just not done that part yet.
Don't you do the fort first? What am I, a constructionite? I don't know. But I see a bunch of rebar just sticking up, just waiting to be, I don't know, completed. Cemented, yeah. Okay, the honeycomb. Apparently that's not honeycomb.
It's a stack of items.
It's a stack of, well, they call them forms. That's what they were calling them, I think. They were calling them forms. It's a bunch of I-beams put together. It's temporary, just like most of the, it's temporary for, for pouring concrete. So that's cool. They haven't done anything with those I-beams yet. They're not ready for the fort yet. So there's that. Now, what else is new? The dirt is still there. That's still a big pile of what is it? Somebody told me and I forgot already.
I don't remember.
From Close Encounters.
Don't remember.
Mount Washington? I don't know. I was here, by the way, Ian. I was here on Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
I filmed some constructioners.
All right.
With all that are running about knees bent, advancing behaviors. There was a lot of nothing and a lot of people moving around, running around, putting water on things and lifting things. But I couldn't really tell what they were doing. I'm going to get that, hopefully that video will be up or published before we release this one so people can tell me what it was they were doing.
If not, just don't worry about it. You'll see it eventually.
But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try to do it again this coming Tuesday, and I'll try to get that one out a little earlier so y'all can tell me what they're doing before we come the next Saturday so that they can, so we can be more educated. By the way, Ian, it does look like they've also started working on the actual fort. I see cement.
I still have the slightest clue what that thing is for.
It's a fort, Ian.
I guess, but okay, what it's for in terms of the river?
It's a fort for Daniel Boone to hang out in.
All right.
Now, you were saying that can't possibly be part of Star Wars Land.
No, the river.
Because that's pretty much where the river is, yeah.
Yeah, it can't possibly.
And if it's not the river, if it's on our side of the river, that's a tiny river.
Yeah.
You couldn't even fit a boat through there.
And they would mean they'd have to dig some stuff out again.
So that's not one of the towers that you see in the concept art.
No, I don't think it's
We're pretty much going with that for sure.
Yeah.
That is something else, and it's probably temporary. It's probably not going to be. Well, actually, that's got to be permanent because that's concrete. Isn't that concrete?
I can't. I think I see what you're talking about, but I'm not sure if that's
on the far wall. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's in the fort or beyond it. I think it's in the fort because the cranes are behind it.
It looks like fort to me. That's fort. That's permanent. Ian, that's permanent.
I don't know.
Also, now where we saw that gray
power station
thing, yeah. Is it buried or is it just behind?
It looks a little like it's a little more buried now, actually.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's buried or if it's behind a wall of dirt.
It looks a little further. Maybe our fort is the new cabin.
No.
It seems weird, but what are the...
You mean the river's going to be on this side of the fort?
Yeah. You're saying it can't be on the other side of the fort. You were just saying that.
Yeah, but then if that's cabin, He's saying
it's gonna be
that's
real
Settler's
close.
Cabin. Then you gotta you gotta
gonna
put a
be-
bunch of island in there
It's
still.
gonna be, I don't know. Either that's part of the cabin, it's gonna be really close to the water,
Maybe it is just really close to the water. It
or
has
it's
to
something
be.
else entirely that we need to look at.
Hey, where'd the right turn go?
It's still there. Like, see where those orange diggers are?
Yeah.
That's the right turn. It's
Oh, okay. We've moved up a flight to the very tippy top to get a better look at the distance between Fort Daniel Boone and Tom Sawyer's Island proper, and it's closer to the island than I thought it was. There's no way you could put river in between them.
Yeah, so the river
There's
has
no
to
way.
be
So that means the
on
river
our
has
side
to
of the
be
fort.
on our side of the fort.
Yeah.
That's crazy town.
Now, whether or not that fort is for the cabin or something else entirely, no clue. But the river has to be on our side of the fort.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to. You're right. It has to be.
Can't go anywhere else.
Wow. Hey, Ian, what's that stuff right there?
I think it's just junk.
There's a round thing. What's that round thing?
It's a round thing.
It looks like it's got a big hole in it. Looks like Swiss cheese. What is that stuff, man? And it looks like that stuff that they've pulled out of the ground.
Yeah. Except they don't know where to put it for now, so they'll leave you. Also, it looks like they're digging out that whole area where the tram used to go enter and exit, which is why they built the station over here. See, dirt right down there.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, I got a pen. Yeah, he's talking about that dirt right there at the entrance. Look where the tram used to go.
I mean, when they put away or brought out trams, that was the entry and exit point.
Oh, right, okay.
Not where we went, but that's where
When I was here on Tuesday, they were working on that fence.
Yeah.
They brought it out. It's permanently open now.
Oh,
That fence used to close.
yeah.
Now it's always open, and you can see that side over there is also open. So I would like to take the tram this morning.
Well, I imagine.
Now, while we're here, let's see if we can't see the dirt. Although they got it roped off.
Well, they're putting up that cement wall, so.
Oh, I want to see the backside. Dude, the backside of a wall. Backside of the wall.
We might have to wait.
Wonder of the world.
No, that's water.
It'd be the 9th. This is the 9th.
Because the 8 3/4 is the Radiator Springs.
Oh, that's true. You know what? I can't see it.
No.
You can't see through them trees.
It's over there.
Oh, there it is. I see the backside of the wall. Look, guys.
It's further away than I thought.
That's the backside of the wall.
For some reason, I thought it was closer to here. But I guess that's because there is that expansion space.
Yeah. Well, that's not enough space to do anything, is it?
In here?
Can you guys see, Fresh Bake, can you see that? Can you see that? Because to us, to our naked eye, it looks pretty visible, but yeah, okay, there you can see it pretty good. That's the backside of the wall. Do you think they're going to go Radiator Springs style with the backside? There's no way, right?
I think so.
Because we're going to see that from here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I lost my focus as usual. So there you go, backside of the wall. I am really excited about that right now. I don't know how to. Oh my God, the wall! I see the wall! Oh God! Oh. Now, we found the concept art here on Big Thunder Trail. First things first, that's the wall that I'm talking about. I think that's what they're building. What do you think?
I think that. Actually, that might be. Well, the one right over here would be that.
Yeah, the near one?
The one back by Matt.
The one that's just on the other side of this fence right here.
The one that's by map would be more over here.
You think so?
Yeah. Because this is kind of where that expansion space is, and then map is right here.
Tell me where we are relative to the river.
We're down over here.
Okay, so then, yeah, you're right. That would be the near wall.
And then the map
And the
wall
far,
would
yeah,
be over here.
maybe this one right here. Those kind of,
Maybe.
they're kind of, because they look different from the top of Mickey and Friends, spatially, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then when you come down here,
You're like, oh yeah.
yeah, it looks a little different, yeah. But that's what I figure. So the near wall, or maybe it could even be like right here. That could be because there's two. Because I don't think this is altogether 100% to scale or whatever.
Of course not. So it's called concept art, not locked in, totally.
I have beef with that though, because a lot of people, I'm closer to her side. Obviously, it's just concept art.
I think the general layout is, but I think the details are.
Well, a lot of people are saying all this is meant is to incite us, like to get us to give an idea.
Yes and no.
But concept art is not created for us.
No, it's
It's
not.
created for the
reason.
for the artists,
Yep.
so that they
I
can
need
they
to
can
know
compare
what I'm
their
working
image
with. Yep.
to the executives
Yep.
and the decision makers. This is not for us. From my understanding, they weren't even going to release this piece.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, they would at some point. They always
Well,
release that stuff at some point.
No, not necessarily.
Like when
There are probably many other pieces, is what I'm
yes,
saying.
But they always give you something.
She's trying to photograph the concept art that's already on the internet, lady.
But
Anyway,
it's fresh baked.
it's like, well, we did a whole video on it. It's got 10,000 views already. I'm just saying. Yeah, there's probably many more pieces that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
So I don't think this was made for us.
No.
Now, other question that I have beef with.
People have been freaking out about this thing right here.
That's what they think that they're building. That the fort.
Oh.
You think that could be the fort?
No, we already talked about that.
I know.
It can't.
The fort's, the river's got to be on the other side of the fort.
Yeah. But people were freaking out that it looks like you couldn't even be able to see it from the river.
No. That's just so you can see it in the concept
Yeah.
art. You're not going to see any of this from the river.
What people may not realize, are almost identical to one for Hollywood Studios that
Yeah.
was released for like media not too long ago.
Right.
They literally just took that one, altered it to
Yeah.
add the river and make things a little sharper in image.
Right. Yeah, the idea here, that's what I'm saying, that's why it kind of confused me, the way that they had put it up, with this looks higher and everything.
Yeah.
That's done so that you can kind of fully realize what's being done. A lot of people are asking if they're going to have actual starfighters.
Flying, no.
I don't think so, no. Why is it in the picture then? Well, to
That
help
just-
sell the image.
To help let you know it's Star Wars
Yeah.
if you weren't sure.
But I also said, hey, why would they put a Mike Fiend killboat in there then?
There was always one sitting by the island before.
That's true, that's what I said in the
Yeah.
video, yeah.
But
All right.
you got a shuttle there,
I did not notice that before. Somebody said that there's a, oh, there it is, yeah.
a creature.
Yeah.
It's cut, and the other thing that's cut off.
It's like, isn't that a bantha?
I don't know if it's a bantha or not.
Or bantha? Okay, I think it could be.
Those are Tatooine native though.
That's true. This is an
Named.
it's a new planet. Yeah, it's a new planet.
The only other thing that's cut off from the image is in the far left. For some reason, there was like a Corellian Corvette in the far left.
Yeah, what's up
corner.
with you guys were all going nuts over that?
Well, because it's weird how in that one corner it's actually detailed, and the rest of that section is very blurred for
Yeah.
work. But that one corner is like detailed with that ship. It's like.
Well, that
why
makes
do you bother
sense though,
to
because
detail
that's
that
supposed to be the escape from. So
Yeah.
it should be Imperial occupied, right?
I think the idea is the Imperial shuttles on this end. You have the general port, and then that blockade runner on the far left.
All right.
But it was weird that blockade runner was in the corner, nicely detailed, when everything around it was,
Yeah.
just rough.
Well, that's
blurry.
intentional for sure. Yeah.
That one is intentional. Mike, you wouldn't highlight that with detail.
No.
Without.
Anyway,
no.
let's find the sliver. See if we can see anything. They blocked the sliver too.
They
Bastards.
adjusted the tarp.
They adjusted the tarp so we can't see through the sliver. Well, there goes our Star Wars Land update from Big Thunder Trail. I can't leave without showing you guys something that's going on back there, so I'm going to grab the near wall. You can see it right there. That's the back side of the near wall. That's now the 10th wonder of the world.
I have no problem.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely have to dress this one at least because it's going to be it's facing the trail, right?
We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Star Wars Land updates from the Knothole gang, or maybe our Secrets in History videos. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. And don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked by joining our Patreon campaign or by buying a Fresh Baked t-shirt. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked!